Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Samsung Offline Racing League. We're here at the Talladega Super Speedway for the seventh race of the season, and we're back after a week off. We had our last race at Texas a couple of weeks ago. It was an interesting race. One of the more chaotic races of the season, to be honest with you, with a lot of the wrecks. But this time we're here at Talladega, and it is probably going to be even more crazy if that race was anything to go by. Albeit, now we did have a very, very quiet race at Daytona to start off the season, so maybe we see something like that. But so I would be expecting quite a bit of chaos here for this for this one. Seventh race of the season, and we'll see how this one plays out. So the point standings coming into this race tightened up after Texas. So James Jefferson is still the points leader, but and did actually extend the championship lead, but it wasn't by much. He leads by 8 points over Owen Miles. So Miles comes into this race second in the championship, 8 points behind, of course, Jefferson, Miles. Max Davis third in the championship. He starts on the front row for this race in the number 6. Those three guys are, of course, winners. Davis 17 points behind, and then Thomas Truxell is the highest driver in points to have not won a race. He starts a long way back in this one. He's fourth in the championship, 23 back. Henry Gore, the winner of the last race at Texas, he starts a bit of the way down the order. He is fifth in the championship as well. And then Nicholas Samadio, Joseph Wright, they're both 44 points behind. Braden Perez, 45 points behind. Jake Rogers, 47 points behind. And Nikolaus Schlorter rounds out the top 10. He is 52 points behind. And down to 22nd, Echo Evans-Ross, still within a race of the championship. So no one's been able to really break away here in these early stages of the season. So this is, every race is important. It's only a 20-race season, because there's no chase. So every race is important, and we'll see how this one plays out. We got the starting lineup. I'll get to that right now. Chase Harris is on the pole for Danger Zone Autosport in the number 47. He's on the front row alongside Max Davis, as I mentioned before, the Oregon winner. And row 2, Garrett Lamar, who finished 5th at Daytona early in the season, so he has some success here, success at these types of racetracks. Stephen Colon joins him on the second row, hoping for a better run than last time. Noah Clifton starts from the 5th position. Roberto Crown Jr. joins him on row 3. Logan Thomas, who started the year pretty well, but has dropped down the order in a big way. He is starting from 7th, and our Auto Club winner, Sebastian Palmer, and then Zachary Fitzwater from inside the top 10, and Nicholas Schlorter rounds out the top 10 in the number 20. And so we will get this race on the road, because why not? 47 laps in this one. There will be a pit stop, which, depending on when it happens, could create a bit of chaos, or it could be like Daytona in the sense that we had pit stops under caution and everybody is rolling off, which is good. So could be chaotic, could just be a really regular clean pit stop under caution potentially. We'll see what happens. This race should be a fun one. It is going to be unlike Daytona, and you'll probably see it throughout the race. More often than not, it is the inside lane where you want to be. Daytona is very different in the sense that you have the outside lane that can continue to keep pace. James Stack, the Daytona winner, we should go back and take a look at where he started, because he starts a long way down the order. Let's see him right there. No, there we go. He was able to control the outside lane in that race at the end. And Echo Evans-Ross did as well in the 62, but she wasn't up there at the end. She was more at the start of the race. But the outside lane was quite dominant there at Daytona. That is not the case here at Talladega. That's one thing that you're going to have to keep in mind throughout this one. 47 laps of action, so about 125 miles in length, approximately. And we're finally about to get this one underway. It is a long lap here at Daytona, so we'll see how this one... Looking for this one, see how this one goes. And there goes the pace car diving left onto pit road. Of course, the start-finish line is beyond the tri-oval, just a bit beyond the tri-oval. Unique feature here at Talladega. Makes for some very interesting finishes. It's Chase Harris and Max Davis who will lead the field to the green flag. Here we go. There we go. Green flag's out. We're underway here at Talladega. Garrett Lamar in the 31, looking potentially to the inside here of the 47, but he gets back behind. Noah Clifton was looking to the inside as well, but it looks like Logan Thomas is going to be the one that actually makes the move. 3 wide to the inside, shuffles Clifton to the middle. Don't want to be on the middle of the outside. Chase Harris trying to clear the number 6 here for the lead as they're 3 wide for second. Logan Thomas on the inside moving his way to the front. But it is Chase Harris who leads the field. First lap of action. Lots of 3 wide throughout the field, as you can see. You could see. Davis is cleared down on that outside lane. He's got his teammate Logan Thomas. Samuel Francis here in the 21 for Crisis Racing Team. Looking to have a good run today. What has been a disappointing year for him. Jake Rogers had a good run last week at Texas in the number 9. He comes into this race, as I said, 9th in the championship. So he's on that inside lane. But how about Davis on the outside? I just mentioned that the outside lane is not that strong. And then Davis here able to hang on in that 6. Davis has been fantastic this year. He obviously had that big crash at Texas. They're 3 wide. Here comes his teammate Logan Thomas. Harris into the sucker hole. Davis leads that lap. But now he's got his teammate on the inside. But Davis's car has been very good. Davis has been very good this year in the number 6. Looking to continue that kind of form today or bounce back after that result at Texas. Thomas on the inside here, as I said, started the year well. Has not been able to keep it up since. Comes into this race 27th in the championship. Samuel Francis here, the 21, comes into this race 32nd in the championship. So a lot of work for him to be done. You got Rogers, you got Oren on the inside. Paul-Antoine Sierra in the 69 car as well. Davis clear out in front. Here comes Rogers to the inside. And do we have a problem? Oh, okay, never mind. No, we're good. Troxel, you scared me, man. You scared me. Oh dear. Anyway, Rip Dale Jr. Of course. Jake Rogers to the inside here for the lead. Don't worry about that. That was just NR2003 moment of all time. And now here comes Jared Oren to the inside. So a couple of Hondas moving their way to the front of the field. Oren is, of course, teammate to Chase Harris. Oren comes into this race 25th in the championship. So he's looking for, kind of needs a good run in the 72. Antoine Sierra as well. Caleb Rose in the 32. You know, Rose has had he had that big crash at Texas a couple of weeks ago. That was funny. But he did finish 12th in that race, so, you know, at least he crashed it after the check-in, I suppose. But, looking to have another good run this week. Brandon Beal on the inside here in the 37. He's been kind of mid-pack all year, to be honest, in the points. He's currently 15th, and that's about where he's been all year. Echo Evans-Ross was involved in that crash with Caleb Rose that after Texas. You got Dominic Anthony, who finished 2nd for Gifford Technologies Incorporated. Thomas Troxel, as I mentioned, 4th in the championship coming into this race. He's on that inside lane, moving his way forward. And they're doing a good job. They started out with a lot of 3 wide early on. They've kind of settled it a little bit, although as I say that, I see there's 4 wide back in here, although Brandon Beal getting shuffled back. He got really shuffled back, and thankfully no problems there. Yes, I do, yes. I I read the chat all the time, but I usually don't respond it. But we have had some issues in the past with microphone and stuff like that, so you scared me for a bit. Anyway, Caleb Rose has gone to the lead here in the 32. Troxel up to second. Chase Harris up to third, and the Daytona winner, James Stack, who of course had a very good car. He had a very good car all speed weeks. He's up to fourth. Sam Adio comes into this race sixth in the championship. He's moving his way forward. Troxel leads at the line. Of course, we've got the pace car there. That happened. That's just the way it goes. He's got the lead. Ricardo Garcia here in the 33. How about Travis Crampton? He started dead last in this race, and in 6 and a bit laps is already up into the top 10 on that inside lane. And now Garcia's going to go 3 wide to second. Somebody shuffle back, Stack on that outside as well. See if Garcia can get a run here on Troxel, or maybe go to the inside, and he does. He dives to the inside. Of course, the race isn't won at this stage, but it can be lost at this stage as Garcia takes the lead. We do have to be mindful. See a car moving up out of the line. I think that was Lamar, I'm pretty sure. They are 4 wide. That is Rogers on the outside. It's Paul-Antoine Sies, Samuel Francis, and Stephen Colon. They might back it down, and they do. So Francis gets out of it. No problem. Sebastian Palmer, Auto Club winner, has gone to the lead in the number 15, and here comes Alejandro Cruz. Proud rep of Grand Industries to the inside here for the lead. They are 4 wide with Max Davis, Benny Watson, Dominic Anthony, and Nicholas Samadio. And 4 wide doesn't work. Oh, they're bouncing off each other. That is very, very risky, particularly at this stage in the race. 4 wide, particularly through there between the start-finish line and turn 1. That is where it is more often than not the most dangerous. And thankfully they backed it down, although we got Caleb Rose, James Stack rubbing each other. Try and get that right. They're still 4 wide. And this plays, I mean, there are a bunch of spots. This is another one here off of turn 4. Keep it together as Henry Gore's going to the lead in the 71. Our last winner in the series. We're going to follow here with the 4 wide. I think we've got more 4 wide back in here as well. Logan Williams, Braden Perez, Samuel Francis. Oh, they're in contact. They're up the racetrack, and there they go. Around it into the wall. Perez, Francis, Logan Williams again. Eli Bright. Oh my goodness. What does Logan Williams have to do to not get screwed over every week? Every time. Caution's out. Brandon Beal, I think, was involved. Noon Agbar looks to be involved. Oh, Jake Rogers in the 9. With front end damage as well. They're racing it back, so hopefully we don't have another crash. And here comes Watson to the inside of our last winner. Side by side. And it will be Benny Watson who crosses the finish line first. He will lead the field under caution. Man, what does Logan Williams have to do? Seriously. Braden Perez. Had a good run last week, Braden Perez. I'll be disappointed, Eli Bright. As well. And Francis is the one that stuck on the apron. Looks like his day is over. So, with the timing of that, it is lap 11. So, we're probably gonna pit now, and we are probably gonna... Yeah, we're probably going to pit now, and that should be the only one. So, I mentioned earlier that the timing, if there is a caution, the timing could completely play into pit strategy, because if we saw one, say, lap 5, then they'd have to do 2 stops, probably. But with the timing of this one, we're going to see 1. So, that's a bit of a shame. It's just like Daytona again, but that's whatever. Well, they're going to pit now. Watson's going to lead the field down. Gore is second. John Stewart is third. Owen Miles is up to 4th. Stephen Colon is 5th. We're going to follow here with Colon for the time being, because he does have quite a late pit stall. You see, Watson's already done, so it's just fuel only. That's not really a a surprise. Oh, and I think the game just crashed. There we go. That's good. There we go. How good is that? That is brilliant. Alright. It's okay though, guys. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. This is the first time this has happened, but thankfully I've got it on a replay. We're doing this one in replay this week. So, it's all good. We can get back to it. Alright. Where are we? Stephen Cologne was pitting. Let's go back to that. Alright. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Well, that sucks. Anyway, Henry Gore was not the winner off a pit road. It was Benny Watson in the 98, then Gore, then Cologne, John Stewart, and Owen Miles. That's the top 5. That's good. That's good that it's happened. It's happened in a race where I've actually pre-recorded it, so that's good. Anyway, let's take a look at what happened. Oh, I'm glad that happened today and not at Texas or something. So let's see what happened to trigger the yellow in the first place. It was 4 wide. Oh, is it? Oh, of course. Here we go. That's no, this is the benefit of live streaming. I love it. Anyways, so 4 wide. 4 wide. It wasn't going to work forever. So, Samuel Francis, Braden Perez, Logan Williams, 4 wide. You see, Paul Antoine Sierra is up there, but Antoine Sierra gets very lucky. He actually gets enough of a run to avoid all this. But the 3 cars, obviously, they go up the racetrack. Eli Bright has nowhere to go. Jake Rogers has nowhere to go. See a little bit of contact there with the 31. Noon Agbar. Looks like Fitzwater got through unscathed. Maybe Brandon Beal got... nah, Beal got a piece of it. Still can't see. Oh my god, what is going on? I clicked it and it doesn't work. There we go. Now it should work. Alright. Let's try this again. Samuel Francis goes up the racetrack. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Samuel Francis goes up the racetrack. Contact with Perez and Williams. They go up. Into Rogers. Into Bright. Rogers gets Lamar a little bit. See, the 12 gets turn. Akbar. Brandon Beal gets a piece of it. Looks like Fitzwater got through. That was what I was trying to say. There we go. There shall be no hotkey in this world. There shall be no hotkey in this world. It's going to be a scuffed race. It's going to be a scuffed race. Anyways. Real time. There they go. Into the wall. And that'll probably knock a few cars out. And Samuel Francis is probably the biggest loser there because he's stuck on the apron. So I was disappointed for him and for all these cars involved. All those cars were damaged. Their races are probably over and done. Anyway. Benny Watson's the leader in the 98. Let's get back to it. Oh, still got the lights on. That's alright. It is a Saturday morning, and I am too tired to be trying to deal with all this. Anyway, Watson's the leader. Henry Gore second. Stephen Close third. John Stewart, Owen Miles. That's the top 5, and then it's Samet Oskin, Will Parrish, Fisher G, Kelly Lee, and Alejandro Cruz Jr. That is the top 10. I think Samuel Francis is actually out of the race. Yeah, he is. I think. He's out of the race. So, he'll be the only one from that. We're only on, where are we at? We're only lap 14. Good. Oh, hey, if it crashes again, I'll just get back to it. That's alright, though. I find that these races are way more enjoyable live, I must admit. They're way more enjoyable actually broadcasting live and looking at chat and all that. And I don't have to do very much editing, which I don't have too much time to do. So, we'll continue doing this. So, Watson, Gore, as I mentioned. Watson right now, he's had a disappointing year, to be honest. He's had more than a disappointing year. He's 36th in the championship. So, Nicholas Samadeo and Joseph Wright are tied for 6th in the championship. Watson's 36th in the points, so he needs a good run. Henry Gore's 5th in the championship. He'd love a good run. Owen Miles is 2nd in the championship. He'd love a good run. James Jefferson, the points leader, there he is. He's way down the order, and he is 27th at the moment. So, see what happens here. On the restart, as the pace cars on pit road. We've still got 41 cars out there. We're going to do the same thing as Daytona, in which if you do not meet minimum speed, you will be taken off the racetrack. So, just keep that in mind. Anyways, Watson, Gore, Cologne, Stewart, and Owen Miles. Watson dips a little bit. Green flag. He didn't get up to speed particularly quickly because Gore has gone straight to the outside. And nobody's going to go with him. It's not going to work out in the short term for the 71. He's going to fall back. Watson takes the lead down the back. Cologne moving his way forward, trying to get to the inside. Of course, started 2nd at Texas and then had that engine failure that took him out. He's had a very rough season. He's 2nd last in the championship. He desperately needs another good run. There's Will Parrish as well, the 02. John Stewart in the 22. Another couple of cars that have had really, really tough seasons as well. So, they're doing a good job in this one at the moment. But it's all about where you finish, of course. Fisher G. He's dropped down the points in recent weeks. He's 19th in the championship at the moment. You've got Kelly Lee in the 26. She's a fair way down in the championship as well. She's 30th in the points. So a lot of cars up here at the moment, way down in the points. Nikolai Slaughter's not one of them. He's 10th in the championship. So would love another good run. You see some cars at the back there. Jake Rogers, Braden Perez, Eli Bryant, Logan Williams, all involved in that crash. And then James Stack. Now, obviously, with the game crashing, I didn't get to show it. But he actually ran into someone on pit road. I'm not sure who it was. And I don't really care. And then all these guys as well trying to hang on to the pack. Are they 4 wide? I thought they were 4 wide for a moment. That was scary. Anyway, field's kind of split up at the moment. You see these top 6 cars have broken away for a moment, and now Roberto Crown Jr. and all these guys are starting to close back in to the leaders. But it's a little more open than I expected at this stage in the race. They're really, really all over the place at the moment. Not really sure why, but unless there's someone with the problem. They're nearly 4 wide again. Kelly Lee getting shuffled way back there in the 26. Not having a good time at the moment. Parrish continues to lead in the 0-2. Right now able to hold off Fisher G. Here comes Brad Stover in the 29. You got Roberto Crown Jr. on the way up as well. And now Stover might go to the inside for 2nd. Underneath a fellow BMW driver and Fisher G. No real help on the outside for G. He's going to fall back. So Stover up into 2nd. Might look for the lead here. And he does. Goes to the inside. He might get some help from a teammate here in Thomas Truxell for Team Velocity. Logan Thomas. I was going to say Logan Williams. Logan Thomas shuffles Roberto Crown Jr. way back. And not exactly ideal. They're 4 wide. Well, they were for a moment, but thankfully, Chase Harris, Fisher G, had to fall back just a little bit. And the pack is starting to reform as Truxell's now going to the inside and he gets around Brad Stover and retakes the lead. So the field is certainly split up quite a bit. These guys all here, they'll be fine, I think. It's starting to get a bit risky back here with guys like the 74 and the 22, but I think they'll be fine. Joseph Wright, potentially. I think Kelly Lee will be fine. And then, I think Caleb Rose, Brandon Beal, Akbar, Sam Adeo, James Jefferson as a driver is in trouble. Dominic Anthony. And then these guys are in a fair bit of trouble, I reckon. If they aren't able to keep up minimum speed, it'll become a problem. I thought they were 4 wide again. Fisher G found the hole on the bottom. Moves in. And taking the lead of the race, or continuing to lead the race, is Thomas Troxel on the 27. Comes into this race 4th in the championship, has not gone to victory lane, but did finish 2nd at Daytona, so does run these types of racetracks very well. So does Echo Evans Ross. Led the most laps at Daytona in the 62 before everything kind of fell apart. So she's up into 2nd place. Got Antoine Sierra, there's Sebastian Palmer in the 15. Back on the inside, Brad Stover as well. Davis in the 6, Henry Gore in the 71. Got a couple of the championship contenders up here. With Jefferson struggling. Davis, Gore, Owen Miles. All moving their way up on that inside lane. Trucks, of course, well, doesn't have the lead anymore because Echo Evans Ross has taken it. Now comes the 15 of Palmer to the inside. So Palmer takes the lead. Vision Motorsports, single car team, winner at Auto Club. That was quite a surprise. Didn't see that one coming. Got to keep an eye on this Peak Menards Chevrolet. Here comes Stover again in the 29. Was able to get back to that inside pretty quickly. Got Davis behind. Got Henry Gore in the 71 right behind. Owen Miles. You got a couple of Buck Racing teammates here. You got Miles and Fisher G, 2 and the 28 on that inside lane. And the field right now goes down to Samet Ozkin in the 74, who is 27th. No, 28th at the moment, because Fitzwater was behind on the previous lap. But 28 cars in this lead pack. And so Caleb Rose, Nicholas Savdia, Brandon Beal, Noon Akbar, Joseph Wright, Kelly Lee all have lost the draft. I think as of right now they're keeping minimum speed, which is good. Stover's in the lead of the race in the 29. He's got a couple of BMWs. A couple other BMWs joining him at the front of the field as Owen Miles and Fisher G, Buck Racing teammates. Break through to the front. Got a 1-2. Miles, of course, 2nd in the championship, winner at Atlanta. It's been a weird year for Miles. It's been a weird year for the whole field. Like, no one has really been very consistent. And with the weighted points, you know, obviously getting as high up in the results is you know, the best possible outcome. But no one's really been very consistent. You know, no one's been able to consistently be in the top 10, which I guess is not surprising. But you know, it's you know, going to be important for the championship. If you want to be up there coming the end of the season, you've got to just continue to rack up many good finishes as you can. But, especially up in the top 5. Definitely the top 5. Buck Racing still 1-2. Fisher G looked to the inside. Couldn't get to the inside of Miles. Here comes Parrish in the 0-2. He's had a really, really rough year. 40th in the championship. 77 points, which is less than a single race win. You get a win, you get at least 85 points. 86 if you lead the most laps. So, fair to say that Will Parrish would love a win. I think that's a bit of an understatement. Same for Carl McLeese here in the 56. He's way down in the points as well. I'm pretty sure. Yep, 37th. 37th in the championship for the 56. John Stewart, as I mentioned earlier, is way down in the points. Roberto Cone Jr.'s had a couple of, you know, hasn't had a great season, but he's had a couple of good results here and there. They are 20th. Got to get that right. Nicholas Slaughter here, as I mentioned, top 10 of the points. Watson. Kind of keep going on and on about all this kind of stuff. Parrish continues to lead. They're single file at the moment, which is interesting. They've kind of all simmered down a little bit here. We're over the halfway mark. Because we had a lot of 3 wide and 4 wide early on, but you know, smaller pack for a little bit of a the calmer experience. We'll see if Will Parrish, I'm not sure how long he'll be able to hang on, especially if Roberto Crown Jr. continues to move their way forward. Up into second here in the 52. Of course, the teammate to James Jefferson, Roberto Crown Jr. So they're up into second. Travis Crampton survived all the chaos, started dead last, and is now moving his way up into third. Alejandro Cruz, Logan Thomas, Ethan Lewis had a very good run at Texas. He was mired in the points as well. He still is. He's like 38th in the championship, but he got a top 10 at Texas, and that has somewhat improved his season. Crown Junior now to the inside here for the lead in that Hololive Racing Project Ford. Thomas moving his way up the inside. No, he is going to get to the inside of Roberto Crown Jr. with the help of Lewis. Thomas takes the lead. You've got Garcia up here. You've got Fitzwater, his teammate. No, Clifton. I think we have all 4 Velocity cars still in this lead group. Got Stover back in there, and Truxell still within a good spot. Got to be careful here if you're Cement Ozkin. Don't want to be dropping too far off the pack, otherwise you are going to be losing out, and puts you in a lot of trouble to finish the race. As Lewis now goes to the inside. Of course, this is, as I mentioned, this is a cycle race. We see a lot of lead changes. Unlike Daytona, and really we haven't had a lot of lead changes throughout the entire year. They're 3 wide for the lead. Fitzwater's going for it. He won't lead the lap. It'll be Logan Thomas on that outside lane again, holding firm. But won't be able to hold on forever as the 2 Velocity cars get past. And of course, Chase Harris is back up here, the pole sitter, in the 47. And you've got G, you've got Gore, Evans Ross. Inside lanes where you want to be. And now Clifton's going to get to the inside here of the 24. And since they've all started to form up again. And so do keep an eye on the 4 wide, because we saw that earlier. That came into play. Well, even though it's a smaller pack, we're taking out, well, it's 28 cars, so it's about a third of the field actually that have dropped out of the pack. You still see a lot of crashes. So done a good job other than that first crash, though, I must say. Done a good job. Chase Harris has gone back to the lead here in the 47. Boy, he would love a win. I don't think I've ever seen a guy, at least in my stuff, ever win a race on the pole at Talladega. So I don't know, maybe today's the day for Chase Harris, but he's got Fisher G on the inside with help from Gore, and you got Stover on the inside as well on the 29. Top 6 broke away, but they're going to get pulled back in by everyone else as G goes to the front of the field. And now Stover is going to get to the inside, I think, here of the 71, and he does. So 29 up into second. Cologne's back up here in the 13, and you've got the 56 as well of Kyle McLeese, Sebastian Palmer. There's all cycling through. Garrett Lamar, of course, got a bit of damage. Just kind of clipped a little bit by Jake Rogers in that first crash, but he's doing a good job right now, and I don't know how much that is affecting the race car. I don't think it is, to be honest with you, because right now he's doing a very nice job of things in that 31. He's going for 4th. The insider Stover's taking the lead here in the 29. Stephen Cologne in the 13. Looking to try and make a move. And he will not be close enough. Get to the inside of the 29, so Stover will continue to lead. Top 6, 7 cars. 8 cars, single file. Because Palmer's just come down in front. And now, of course, right on cue, there goes Kyle McLeese. I love the pace car. Do you guys love the pace car? I love the pace car. Getting in the way. But McLeese goes to the inside. No help for Stephen Cologne. Of course, if you do get shuffled to the outside in the turns, no one's going to go with you. That's just not going to happen. But sometimes down the straight, and we just saw it with Truxell, sometimes cars will move up to the top. And even though the inside's clearly the place to be, I don't know if that's strategic from guys like Truxell to move up behind another car on that outside lane, but I don't know. I wouldn't do that myself personally. Built different. Stover continues to lead. John Stewart's up into second. Travis Crampton third. Palmer's on the inside trying to get around this 31. They're double file now throughout a lot of the field, if not the entire field. No 3 wide at all. So at a moment where they were going a bit crazy, and they're about to again, maybe, potentially. They were a little bit 3 wide throughout the pack. Then they got themselves back together, and now it's back to 3 wide. It's all kind of repeating here at the moment. Stover's doing a good job holding the lead of this race, but Travis Crampton's been on the move, and here he goes to the inside. So Stover's not going to hold on to it forever. As Travis Crampton, who started dead last in this race, takes the lead. We have 15 laps to go in what has been the most scuffed race I think I've ever done. So, sorry about that. Crampton goes to the lead. Thomas is up in a second. You've got Alejandro Cruz, Roberto Crown Jr., Ethan Lewis all in that inside lane as well. As now here comes Cruz to the inside for the lead. 3 wide underneath of Thomas and Travis Crampton. And he has got it, although not for long, because Roberto Crown Jr. is going to get to the inside here and take the lead away. 46 did not cover and has got no help on that outside, so Crown takes the lead here with 14 to go. Any one of these guys can still win. We don't need to do another round of pit stops. Any one of these guys still in this pack can win. 28 cars down to Jared Oren. Right now is 28th. And then you got these 2 guys here, Caleb Rose and Brandon Beal. They're still up to minimum speed. Noon Akbar. And that's it. So everyone else has been taken off the racetrack, including Sam Adia, Joseph Wright, Kelly Lee, James Jefferson. Most notably 35th, so well, I mean, you look at Henry Gore up here in 4th at the moment. He's 5th in the championship. You got Owen Miles up there in the 2. And the 54 out of the race. Got a real chance to try and break away here in the championship fight. But Roberto Crown Jr. continues to lead. Clifton's now up into 2nd. Evans Ross is up to 3rd. Then Gore G, the top 5. Parrish, as here comes the 71 to the inside, and Parrish is going to follow suit. Watson, Antoine Sierre. Here comes Parrish, 3 wide. Yes, Gore reluctantly gave up the bottom. Didn't really want to, obviously, but eventually did relent. Parrish now up to 3rd. Watson, Antoine Sierre's on the move. We haven't seen a lot of Paul Antoine Sierre. Of course, he was very fortunate in that first crash to not get involved. He's doing a good job as Echo Evans Ross falling back big time on that outside in the 62. No help on that outside. Now Parrish to the inside here in the O2 up into 2nd. So Parrish's car has been one of the better ones in this race. He's led quite a number of laps in this one. He's going to get to the inside. Got a good run there through the turns and then off of turn 2. On the inside here, Roberto Crown Jr. And the O2 is going to take the lead away with help from Paul Antoine Sierre in the 69. You got Travis Crampton back up here. Jerry Chen. I haven't really talked about Jerry Chen in this race. But he's hung around. He avoided the crashes and, well, he's being shuffled to the middle now because here comes Alejandro Cruz on that inside. Antoine Sierre to the inside here with the O2. He will take the lead here. We've got 11 to go, I think. If it ever updates. There we go. Yeah, 11 to go. Travis Crampton up to 2nd. Alejandro Cruz. Samet Oskin, who I thought could have potentially fallen off the pack, but has done a good job to hold on. He's 4th, and then Zachary Fitzwater's 5th. Crampton trying to get to the inside of Antoine Sierre, but Antoine Sierre had the assistance of Alejandro Cruz, who sacrificed himself, I suppose, for the greater good of Monkey Racing by going high. Of course, they are teammates, 69 and 46. Antoine Sierre holds it. They are very scared for a moment. They went 4 wide. They didn't. That's all good. It is still Paul Antoine Sierre leading the field, then Crampton. We've got 10 to go. Less than 10 to go now. Oskin, Fitzwater, Lewis. Clifton's been up here quite a bit. We haven't seen Davis for a while, but he's under a bit of pressure here from the 15 of Palmer. Of course, this could be a good day for Max Davis. And, of course, Henry Gore's being shuffled back as well. Could be a good day for him. Don't know where the 2 went. There's the 2. Owen Miles, could be a good day for him. All up there in the points. Trucks are still within the pack as well. And you got Samadio, Wright, Perez, Rogers. I mean, they're all out. Slaughter's 10th in the championship. This could be a good day for him. So, and Antoine Sierra is not too far behind either in the championship. Oh, he's 59 points behind, but he could if he wins this race, if he were to win this race, he'd definitely jump James Jefferson. So he's doing a good job in the lead at the moment. Here comes Ethan Lewis. Schluter Systems 00. Not going to get any help from Noah Clifton though. Clifton goes high and he's under. I don't think he's going to be able to get down here in front of Schlaughter. Don't think so. No, he will not. Schlaughter to the inside. They're all training around at the moment. Palmer now to the inside as well. Stephen Cologne. Truxell's on the move. Right now, I think they're all just pacing at the moment and waiting for the final couple of laps. I think that's the strategy here. From the 69, from the 41, 00. Now all these guys. Palmer's on the move though. He's going to the inside. And now Lewis is going to the inside. A lot of these guys are just kind of pacing themselves at the moment. I think Crampton in particular, he wasn't going for the lead. I think he wanted to just kind of hang in second and wait until the last lap. But it's not going to be... Well, other people have other ideas. So Lewis to the inside here in the 00. They're going to go 3 wide because here comes Palmer to the inside with help from Truxell, Chase Harris, Logan Thomas. Palmer's going to get... Is he going to get second across the line? He won't, but he will get to second eventually. And now, Antoine Sierre is going to try and hold everybody off potentially, or maybe drop back. It's all about timing in this one. You've got to time your runs perfectly. Here comes Truxell now to the inside in the 27. Harris is going to go high. Thomas is going to go low. And Truxell wants that first win of the year. He desperately wants that first win of the year. So it's Team Velocista. They haven't won this year yet. Love to do it. A couple of cars dropping off. I'm not sure who they were, but for 4 wide... Max Davis is one of the cars dropping off. They're 4 wide, and Nicholas Schlaughter is going to slot back. So Evans, Ross, and Miles got very close to one another, and we are approaching the zone, the time where if we do have a crash, the race would end. Now we haven't hit that point yet, so if we were to crash this lap, we'd probably have a 1-lap dash. But I think that'll be all right. Truxell's taken the lead. Jared Owen's going 3 wide to the inside in the 72. With help from Jerry Chen. Fisher G on that inside as Antoine Sierre falls back a little bit. It's Truxell out in front here in the 27. Alejandro Cruz. You've got to be careful here, as I think that is Davis at the back who's dropping off. I think. Yes, it is. Does he have damage? Maybe that was a glitch. He's dropped off. Not sure what the problem with the 6 is, but that's not good. Truxell's leading here in the 27. Doesn't want to get too far out ahead because these guys like Oren, like Jerry Chan here in the 36, they're going to catch up pretty quickly. Maybe try and make a move. Although Fisher G, they're going to go 4 wide. I think Alejandro Cruz is going to get out of it. And John Stewart didn't even get to the inside anyway, but they were very close there with G and Chen. Kept it together though. Truxell leads, or continues to lead. Here comes Fisher G now to the inside in the 28. We've reached the point where if there is a crash, the race would end. As here comes G up into second place. Here comes Watson. Here comes Parrish. Evans Ross on the inside here, the 62. Henrik Wall looking for back-to-back wins. No one's gone to victory lane twice this year. We've had 6 different teams win 6 races so far this year. Benny Watson's looking to make it 7 different teams in 7 races. He's going to the inside here for second. Parrish goes to the top though. Watson was able to hang on that inside lane with no real help. At least for the time being. Coming to 3 to go this time. Here comes Evans Ross in the 62. I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who I really like in this one in terms of who's got a potential to win. Trucks has done a good job holding everyone off, but couldn't hold everyone off forever because here comes Evans Ross to the inside. And Crampton moving his way back up here. Logan Thomas, Akru Fitzwater up here on that inside lane. And now Crampton going to the inside. He says, he was very, very patient last time with Paul Antoine Sierre, but now he's going for the lead straight away. They'll be coming to 2 laps to go. Crampton to the lead. Thomas to second. Fitzwater, Nicholas Slaughter looking to make a 3 wide in the 20. And there he goes. He wants to get up behind his teammate there. 7-0 Motors. The 45 and the 20. So 2 laps to go. Thank you, pace car. 2 laps to go. Slaughter's up to 3rd. Roberto Carrera Jr. is up to 4th. Owen Miles. Sebastian Palmer. Brad Stover. You got Clifton. Here comes Thomas to the inside. He's going to get help from his teammate. Is that too early? I reckon it is. You never know. We obviously saw some guys able to hold on to the lead for a while. We'll see if the 45 can do that. And coming to the white flag, here comes Owen Miles in the 2. Looking for his 2nd win of the season. Here we go. White flag, and of course in Atlanta it was Miles and Thomas who battled for the win. Miles came out on top, and Miles is going to get to the inside and get around the 45. BMW 123 on the inside lane. Brad Stoven out of the inside. We've got a caution on the racetrack. I definitely saw the yellow lights. I'm not sure what happened. We'll take a look at it later, but Stover's gone to the lead. Clifton to 2nd. And does Clifton, he's saving it up. He's going to try and get a run here off of turn 4. He can't quite get there. He's not going to get there. And Brad Stover in the 29. Velocistone 1-2. Brad Stover, Noah Clifton. At Talladega, they crashed on the last lap. It's Jared Oren in the 72. Not sure what happened. Paul Antoine Sierra as well, potentially. These guys were already off the pace. So something happened to the 72. Did not see it. But it's a Velocistone 1-2 here at Talladega for the 2nd straight week. We have a team go 1-2. It's Brad Stover who goes to victory lane. Noah Clifton who finishes 2nd. Well done to Team Velocistone. 1-2 for those guys. And then Ricardo Garcia 3rd. Chase Harris finished 4th. I'm sure he'll take that. And Stephen Cologne finished 5th. How about that? How about that? So something happened in the 72. Let's figure that out. Oops. That wasn't the game crashing, don't you worry. Alright, let's try and figure out what happened here. So, teammates here. Ethan Lewis. Yeah, they're going to go 4 wide. So, Ethan Lewis here in the 00. It got to the inside of the 72. The Danger Zone Autosport teammates. And Lewis comes up the racetrack. I don't know why he needed to come up the racetrack. But gets into Oren, gets into G, and the 72 goes up into the 69, and 72 spins. And it was a very minor crash. Very minor crash to trigger the caution. That's a second straight race where we've had a crash on the last lap. That one was not anywhere close to as chaotic as Texas, obviously, but 2 cars. Man, that's not gonna go over well. I'd be willing to say down there at Danger Zone Autosport, because that was a totally avoidable crash. I just don't know why the 00 need to move up, but anyway, 72 spins into the wall, and Paul Antoine here did a good job. You know, he held the lead for a while there. He gets caught up in it. The 72 was able to finish the race, but finished up behind the 32 and the 37, so that's Brad Stover. How about that? 29. And Brad Stover, this is a great result for him, great result for Velocistone. They've had a, off the top of my head, I think they are leading the team's championship. I haven't gone to victory lane yet, and they go 1-2 here at Talladega. Clifton could not get to the inside. He was just too far back. Too far back behind Stover. I'm sure he wanted to time it perfectly, but could not. And Brad Stover goes to victory lane at Talladega. Alejandro Cruz finished 6th. Owen Miles, the 56, Kyle McLeese. That's a great result for Kyle McLeese. Logan Thomas led at the white flag, and he finished 9th. And Garrett Lamar 10th. That's the top 10. And you see 11th through 20. Palmer finished 11th. Nikolai Schlorter 17th. And Thomas Truxell ended up finishing 20th. So he led a few laps there at the end. He finished 20th. Not exactly ideal. And then Roberto Crown Jr. Henrik Orr finished 22nd. All the way down, of course, Anton Sierra involved in the crash. Jared Oren was the last finisher. Max Davis finished 30th. Now I don't know what happened to him, but he had some mechanical problem in the 6th. That's why he dropped off, I'm pretty sure anyway. I'm not sure. And then all these guys here, Akbar, Sam Adia, Wright, Kelly Lee, James Jefferson, of course, most notable, the championship leader. That championship lead is gone because Owen Miles finished 7th. Miles will take the championship lead. There's no doubt about that. He's going to have a fair margin too. Jefferson 35th, Dominic Anthony 36th, James Stack. Those guys, I think, all had problems on pit road for some reason. Didn't really see that, but obviously contact. Logan Williams, Eli Bright, Braden Perez, Jake Rogers, and Samuel Francis was the last car. He was the only car that was actually taken out from the crash. Everyone else was taken off pit road. But anyways, that is it for Talladega. That was certainly... I'm sorry for how scuffed that race was. It was... it was so terribly done. I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully the next one is not so bad. Congratulations to Brad Stover, Team Velocity. Points and all that will be up in the Discord later. And I'll be updating the schedule, by the way, in a couple of days. At some point, I'll be... there's new dates and stuff. I've had to change some stuff around, but I'll get to that at some point. But anyways, congratulations to Brad Stover and Team Velocity, and we'll see everyone at Kansas. We'll